Watching this, you probably already saw the Lunatic Mode tournament that we're running this weekend. It's officially Sunday. Anyhow, as always, we're going to be doing 4 or 5 matches and explaining our thought process and our picks as per usual. Like, comment for the algorithm, and let's jump into our first game of today. All right, in game one, we see the Belly and Arunka pre-ban from the right side, which indicates that it's most likely going to be a player who wants to, that has a very Taga Hells book reliant draft, right? Things like Zeo, Ludwig, Roana, shit like that. And immediately he takes up Renak right away. So knowing that he's going to be playing aggressive, I want to limit his options in terms of what he can play into me. So having this information, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick up Zeo.
Witness.
And along with Zeo, I'm going to pick up FCC. So Zeo is obviously just going to be like a hard one-to-one counter for the Renak here. And FCC is going to offer me mitigation and obviously the half damage from the 7k fixed to the 3.5k fixed versus the Renak. So it keeps me pretty open, right? I'm not too overly committed on playing aggressive. I'm not positioning to cleave him. However, I could, since I do still have 3 picks here depending on what he picks. So based on how he's going to make this draft is going to determine how I should respond on the 3-4. And remember, we are second pick, so we need to get some really, really solid 3-4 picks here because our last pick is most likely going to get banned. Most likely. And he does go for the Fire Flan, not backing down, picking up Infinite Horizon Acades on 3 as well for some tempo. So this unit is obviously really good into Zeo because if it's built with like 350 FRES, it can cut ahead of everything, and then what can happen is the Flan can bridge, right? So I need to find a way to try to address this draft. Immediately in my head, I'm thinking of picking like some kind of like CR manipulation, maybe like even, you know, SSB, but the Renak is going to pose to be a really big issue for me, right? So I need to somehow find a way to counteract this. Maybe Requiem Roana isn't terrible. That can do this. Has good damage on this. Or I'm going to pivot away. I'm going to go Solitary on 3 here. And I kind of want to bring a Cleanser for myself, if possible. Running out of time, so I'm going to go with Lua.
Love your curls.
Now, Solitary on 3 is obviously going to counteract the Fire Flan dual attack machine gun win condition. Because if I Zeo at S3 and I get resisted, he can S1 and dual attack, so I can cover that basis. I think Hua-Yang is probably a force ban. I don't think I have enough damage to actually kill him. So that would be really problematic for me. I could go can I go Requiem here? I'll go Stene.
You want to try me?
So I go Stene because most likely he's gonna ban this, and it gives me a soul burn for my Lua. I honestly think I can ban DDR here. I don't think he's banning Stene. I think he would ban like Zeo or Lua instead, right? Which way I can get a Stene win condition versus this, which odds don't look terrible. So go with that. Yeah, he bans my mid. Okay, I figured. Okay. Alright, well, this is the moment where I just gotta hope that I don't die on turn 1. And if I do, then GG.
I'll show you what the true vessel is capable of.
Okay, I have to go on Hua-Yang.
Must suffer consequences.
Because if I don't go on Hua-Yang, what's gonna happen is if I push Renak, she's just gonna boost it back up, so it does nothing, right? I'm net 0. And I proc Divine Vessel, which I can lose a unit right away, potentially my Stene win condition, and I have 40 souls. So what I'm thinking of doing here is I want to try to kill this as soon as possible so I can get my Spectre to Nibiru win condition going. He does go for S3 on Flan. I do have immunity on Solitary, I think, so I'm good in that sense. So he has a really crucial play here. He needs to S. Okay, he didn't S2 Solitaria, which means my Solitaria should be able to live here then.
Ballsy, aren't we?
I think he might have misplayed, but we'll see. I don't think Zio dies here either. Could be wrong though. Okay, Zio did not die.
Smell like a loser.
I'm gonna go for S3 here.
They said what? I will not stand for that.
Alright. I either have the best Steny in the world, or I'm ass.
You
I
are
might be
fit
ass.
to kiss my feet.
S1 on this.
Not bad.
Flan has 0 focus right now. She's about to get 1 stack, so I should probably go for S3 here when she's 50% evasion and go for the 50-50 in high roll. And if I get that, then I can push back the Renak potentially here. Where when Akadi's S2 is already down, push back, nice. So I'm playing to my win condition. If he goes for S3 now, so he's not going to get combat readiness. He is still hidden though, which is very annoying, but I need to hope that Steny's flash is going to be enough. I don't know if it will be. She doesn't have S2 for 1 turn though. Right, she has 1 turn downtime. My Zio's going to die. And then I'll get challenged.
You'll get pistol.
Provoke?
There.
Okay.
I'll go control this.
Realistically, Provoke doesn't really do much.
No need to be alarmed.
However, he will cycle out of the barrier if he does go for S2, but he's going to be a little bit tankier as well, so I don't know. Oh, I can't do enough. I think this S1 just kills my Steny because I'm both stealth. Yeah. I think if my Steny was a little bit better, I could have won, but yeah, it is what it is. A valiant efforts. On to the next one. So Zio's going to get pre-banned here with a banana pre-ban in Tenebria.
Forgetting something?
I'm going to do something that I don't really do, and I'm going to go Veronica Litica here.
Will be punished.
I'm just going to immediately just like play aggressive. I'm going to try to force him away and play passive here. If he starts pivoting away, then I'm in a pretty good spot. I already have Litica. I can pick more aggressive picks to kind of combo with my Litica. And if he decides to speed up, I mean, I can always race him, or I can always try to run away myself as well. So I wonder how he's going to respond here.
Hear my voice.
So he does pick the Illunav to try to pivot away. What's his next pick here?
Alrighty, I'll do my best.
You fiend. Okay. I'm gonna have to pivot. I can still try to play aggressive here. I can't really play Litica aggro as hard. So I'm gonna try Lua into Celine here.
I literally just did my nails.
And the reason I'm picking Lua here is because this is a contact cleanser. So if I hit this, it's gonna be very problematic for me. Luna's really good too though. I think Celine, I was thinking Celine in case he goes green Celine on me, but Luna would cover that 4-5, so like is he in a better position? So now my team looks like I don't really have that much damage, but challenge with Luna S2 is going to be quite a bit.
Is it gonna rain?
May this scent remain
Sylvian,
forever.
okay, I'm definitely banning this. I'm going to ban Hua, and I need to find another character that's going to let me play the game the way I want to. I'm thinking Spirit Eye Celine. Am I crazy? Surely not.
Spiritual energy here.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and ban Hua here. And I'm expecting to outspeed, since I do have a 10 speed imprint. Okay. Make sure your imprints are in order. Let's go ahead.
Make my day.
Oh my god, he's immunity Renak. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Okay, let's S3 for skill null.
Time to bring this fight to an end.
Okay, so that's pretty squishy based on how much damage I just did. I'm gonna Soul Burn S3 here.
Lua, hey,
Try to gut one out.
I'm popular, so you're better off keeping your mouth shut.
You don't deserve my mercy.
S2 on Sylvian. I need to try to get Snack off. I don't see Tagahel's Ancient Book on the Sylvian stage, which tells me it's probably on Chatty, right? Most likely. So I can start getting speed buff now.
There.
Okay, that's dead.
There.
More combat
Prepare for
readiness.
battle, everyone.
Ideally I S3, S1, push this back, put a bomb down and stuff.
For a better tomorrow.
Bomb and defense break. Okay, no defense break, but bomb is still pretty good. Okay.
What do you know about
Now
me?
I am going to... I'm gonna S3 here.
Now that you know my secret, I can't let you live.
Depending on how the Sylvian stage is built, my whole team might just get wrecked right now, but we'll find out. I do have speed buff, so that's pretty big for me. I can resource reduce this now so he doesn't get double S1. I can push my team forward now so I can go for a provoke on this, which we get. Huge. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now I can try to go for... If I get this out of the game, I can just straight up win. So that's gonna be my my angle here.
Justice at best.
I can S2 this.
You have weakness all over.
I'm not worried about Euthine. She's still behind on the CR bar.
Prepare
I just
for
gotta
battle,
try to
everyone.
take my time and get this girl out of here.
Time to end our twisted
She doesn't have evasion anymore, so my Lua's gonna be able to provoke her potentially.
Don't frown.
Assuming I hit. If I don't hit, I'm probably dead.
I won't lose.
Well, we might be dead.
I won't say no to that.
Keyword is might though. Keyword is might.
Stand against me.
What bleeds?
Not give
I need
in to
Luna to
this
kill
thing.
this. No, I win this. I win this. I win this. I win this. I'm gonna be able to S2, and then I have Emma Lua to just do a bunch of challenge,
The promises of
and then the
this
game should be over.
will not be
Should be.
forgotten.
It's hollow
Okay,
justice
S2 on
at
this.
best.
Get rid of
Do I
this.
scare you?
You
Beautiful.
better stand
All right,
down.
now I S1 this. Burn
You want me to
this.
straighten your hair?
Honestly, I don't really need a
A
burn.
hero's
Yeah,
praise
there we go.
is a crown
Nice
to
game to win it back. Next game. I might have like 30 F. I won't lie. Oh yeah, I have 40. I have 40. Oh wait, no. I have 40 without imprint. So I'm like 78. So yeah, I do have some. Yeah. Oh shit, we're into the next game. God damn it. Okay. So again, enemy pre-banned Bellion here. So I'm gonna go ahead and pick up Bossarunka here. And see what he picks up. I'm expecting him to go like Reenact Litica or Reenact Zeo or like
Shall we go to the
Whatever.
land steeped in death?
if he goes Reenact with FCC, he's not going to be in a really favorable position, I think. Right? Because I have the Zeo available if he goes Reenact. So I don't expect him to pick this on 2 here. He's probably going to maybe slow down. Maybe pick up an Emil Ilnav.
Come on.
Okay, so he's like, never mind, he's not backing down at all. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up Emil Lua here. And I'm going to go with Zeo.
Are you going to provide
Now,
some
normally in
entertainment?
previous episodes, as you guys have seen, is I would go Flan Zeo here and just go for the kill win con, right? But we're getting into a little bit of a higher rank. We're 1 game up from Emperor, and people have adapted to people doing that after like a few days. So I also have to adapt, right? I can't just do the same thing because what they're doing is like Solly and then +1 flex, and then they just get a force ban, and then I'm kind of choked out. So I'm gonna go with Lua, and then I'm gonna go Zeo on 3 here, so that I can get my first rotation guaranteed with Zeo. And depending on how he picks this, I have the option of going Fire Flan. I have the option of going Ludwig. I can go Requiem Ruan. I can go Jacko. I can go Pirate Captain Flan. I can go Silverblade Araminta. I can basically pick any bridge I want at this spot, right? So he knows this information too, and he wants to pick some stuff that can counter my team here. So we'll see what he picks. So he goes Euphine. Okay. Euphine is... Okay. You Fiend means I can pick Politica.
Sensing corrupt energy.
Ooh. Interesting. Interesting. So I can't Requiem Rowana. I need to find some picks that are really strong here. I'm thinking Teiyu for one.
You and me.
And honestly, I think Firefly is not bad.
Why are you
Right. I think Teiyu is going to be my bridge for Zio. If he bans the Teiyu, then I have the bridge for my Flan to just take over.
Stay away from me!
So I have to ban Solitaria. He's banning Teiyu, right? He's basically telling me he's banning Teiyu. Okay. And in this spot, since I need all the damage I can get, I'm going to release Imprint so my Flan gets more damage. I'm getting like an extra like 22% damage. And he does have a cleanser, so honestly, going for effectiveness imprint is useless, and I have book, so I'm gonna soul burn it.
Witness the power of the chosen one.
Unfortunately, I have to S3 this.
I am the rightful ruler.
As much as I don't
of
want to.
kneel before me.
Ugh! I literally just did my nails.
I can't S3. I have to make sure Renek dies here. Because he's about to get a cleanse, right? And then if he gets that cleanse off, it's really bad for me. So I'm going to go ahead and go for... I'm going to go for an S3, get tempo here.
Enticing lure. Will always be reliable.
Okay. So he's most likely going to press S3 here, if I had to assume. Because he does have 2-turn immunity after, right? But his Yu Fiend and his FCC are about to go, which means my Lua turn will be able to provoke them after, right? So if he S3s here, it's actually really low value. Okay, that's good. So he S3s here, that's actually really good for me because he gets combat readiness as well, which means he's going to boost his Yu Fiend in front of my Lua, and he's going to go from 2-turn immunity to 1 turn, which then in turn means that my Lua Soulburn S3 will actually have good value here. Get a little bit of a counter. I don't love seeing Yu Fiend have attack buff. Like, that looks very scary to me.
Here I come. You wanna see?
Okay.
Let's bet on who's faster.
I'm going to S3 on Yu Fiend and try to get a defense break. If I get a defense break, I'm just gonna all in him with Plan. We didn't get it. Okay. Change your plans. Change your plans. Change your plans. We're gonna go here.
Read the room.
Eldrist. Not good for me.
Consider this an honor.
Okay, Flan's gonna have to S1 for more focus stacks. I'm basically charging Yu Fiend. Doesn't look very good for me.
You want me to straighten your
Missing that defense break was really bad for me.
Me?
But it's still winnable. It is still winnable. As long as he doesn't dual attack. Okay. Okay. Now remember, FCC is on field, so my challenge damage is going to do a lot less, but it'll still do a good
I'm
chunk.
going to provide some entertainment.
If I play to not lose, it's hit. I think I kill FCC actually. Yeah, I kill FCC here.
Go already.
Kill FCC with Flan Duel.
You should never back down.
That goes into Yu Fiend, and now I have to all in Yu Fiend.
Why are you interrupting my relaxation?
And just hope I win. If I lose, I lose. Should kill though, it's not Holy Sack. As long as I'm not a fraud. Oh wow, he FFs. Alright. Yeah, GG. Nice and clean. And that's Emperor. Alright. On to the next one. Alright, so opponent bans Emilarunka. So that means obviously FCC is going to be one of the better options here as our mitigation knights, since we want to have some mitigation covered in case they do decide to play aggressive with the Renak on the 1-2. Most likely they're going to play like Renak +1, Renak Zio, Renak Illinav, or they will play standard. And again, if they pre-ban Arunka, it doesn't tell us a lot, right? It doesn't decipher whether they're aggressive or whether they're standard, but if they pre-ban Harsetti, you know, they will probably want to be playing towards speed, right? And which is what we see here. So I'm gonna need to try to get some good picks to give me a decent win condition. I'm currently feeling. I think Ilnav Yufine might be too passive. I think maybe Lua, or I'm sorry, not Lua, Luna. Luna could be possible. Bellion on 3 could be possible as well, with a cleanser on 2. I might go with that, honestly. Okay, so I'm gonna go with I'm gonna pick up an early Amalekades here,
Brace yourself.
and I'm basically 300 ER, and I'm gonna go with Bellion here.
May I play something?
And the reason why I'm playing like this, you know, some people will think like, oh, like they could like Bellion on 3 and, you know, Soulburn and whatever. I mean, that is true, but if they go Frida on 3 as their bridge, then I have other picks I can make, right? I can pick things like Amiki, right? I can pick things like MLK-Ron, right? There's a lot of options I can still pick. So Bellion on 3 basically means you can't Soulburn, right? And he doesn't show Frida, so that means I'm most likely going to be resisting, and I can even release Imprint on these two as well.
Finally, scoot out of here.
So it goes Fire Flan. Okay, so I'm definitely going to pick up Solitaria. Right, Solitaria is going to be cutting off his legs here, so he doesn't get the machine gun win condition that I always talk about. And another pick I want to go for, I'm kind of leaning towards a Miki, since he doesn't have any reliable way of stopping a Miki win con. But I want to see if there's anything better. Like SSB, maybe? It would be like SSB, like Seaside Bologna, or... Yeah, it would be like Seaside Bologna or something like that, right? Seaside Bologna... Seaside Bologna, or a Miki. I think a Miki's probably a little bit better in terms of win condition. Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. I think Seaside Bologna or Amiki are probably good here on 5 into this aggressive draft. See what he picks here.
I'll prove my love.
So Requiem's a force ban for me, 100%. Because it can tag this, it can tag this, it can tag this, it can tag this, right? If I can't press my skills in the first rotation, I just pretty much lose. So we're going to go for the ban there. He bans Amiki, so even trade. A relatively even trade. I'm going to release Imprint my FCC. I need to make sure that my KDs doesn't get, you know... I'm even going to release Imprint my Bellion too. I need to make sure that this not Solitaria, this Acades doesn't get tagged. If my Infinite Horizon Acades gets tagged by ZOS3, for example, I am toast.
Witness the power of the chosen one. Those who deny their fate must suffer consequences.
So he does go on to the Solitaria. Goes for S3.
This is where the real fight begins.
Now, by now, if you're watching this series, you guys should all know what we're looking for. S3 damage EE exclusive equipment. So we know it's not S2. So, with that in mind, I'm not going to press because I don't want Solitaria to die turn 1, right? If he has to commit a Flan S3 and a Celine S3 to kill my Solitaria, that's worth it for me, right? That's really worth it for me. I'm going to go ahead and S3 with FCC here, so I can put up Skill Nullifier, so that I can tank a little bit of extra damage. And, I mean, this Flan might not land a defense break, right? It's not 100%. Oh, he goes for S1 to break Skill Null, okay. That's fine.
Huh? Is it my
That's
turn?
totally fine with me. So Celine's gonna have to either S1 or go for an S3. And by now you can see this game is completely going in my favor now, right? As soon as my Bellion gets a turn, the game's over. I'll have 3 I have Provoke, I have Counter Chance, I have Defense Buff, I have Mitigation, I have Barrier, I have Healing, I have Tempo. Alright, my team is really, really well rounded this match.
The beating of your heart.
And so Celine already used her S3, so we're kind of chilling now.
Can't we talk this out.
Now, I don't have to press,
I don't like
right?
fighting.
I can see these two are provoked. I see these two are provoked, so that means my Solitaire is not in danger. Right, so all I really need to do here is just go for S1 on the flan. And, okay, I mean, I guess if you get a dual attack, the game's even easier, so there's that. Doesn't happen all the time, but there you go. And there we go, GG's. Alright, so the video is getting a little bit long, but we're going to be introducing like a new segment in terms of like quick draft reviews, right? I think people have a lot to learn. A lot of people ask me questions about drafting and stuff like that, so I'm going to do a quick segment at the very end here talking about the 4 games that I played. So game number 1, we know what happened, right? Like my standing didn't have enough juice. Realistically, the first pick Renak, I go for a Zeo FCC hard counter, looks very, very favorable for me. He decides to go for Flan, Infinite Horizon Acades on high ER, which is going to be like reverse tempoing, right? So I'm like, okay, I need to deny the Flan win con, so I go Solly on 3. So far, so good, right? And I go with Lua here to get a Soulburn S3, right? I can Zeo S3, push this back, Soulburn S3. There's no dual attack win con, so I feel comfortable. But because he's first pick, now he can go for 2 hard counters into my draft, right? And he goes for Bystander Huayang, and he goes for DDR. Now, I went with Spectre Tenebria. Inherently, it was not that bad. But I think where I messed up is I should have banned Bystander Huayang. I didn't have enough confidence in my standing picks, like my last pick, that, you know, it could actually win me the game, right? And I got punished for it because I just ended up not having enough damage to kill the team, and I just lost. So I just did a bad post ban. This game, Renak 1, I see the Zeo pre-ban, I see the Banana pre-ban, I'm like, okay, he's playing high tempo, he's playing aggro, right? Like, there's no other reason why he would do this, right? So immediately, I pick Imprint plus Litica. I'm like, you know what? If you speed up, I will kill you, right? Because I'm already up in Imprint, and I can pick more Imprints if he wants to race, or if he overcommits and goes like double Imprint or something like that, I can always run away myself, right? So he pivots away, he goes Ilnav, Yuffie to counter my Litica combat readiness. So I'm like, okay, if I know he's a contact cleanser, I need to pick something that's non-attack to lock him down, which is Emalua. So I picked the Emalua, and I'm like, okay, I don't have Soulburn, right? I feel a lot more comfortable if I have Soulburn. I was thinking maybe Celine in case of a green Celine on 4-5, but Emma Luna, it accomplishes the same thing as Spirit Eye Celine on 4, except it's a book. So Emma Luna was the clear pick, and then he goes Hua plus Sylvian. I'm like, all right, well, I just need a good pick that can kill his whole team, which is obviously Celine, because I can just Renewed Will, Soulburn S1, and then his whole team's dead. So this is a force ban. We trade bans, and then we know how it played out, right? So overall, a really good draft. This one, same thing. So I see Belly pre-ban. Again, what does it tell us? It tells us they want to play a comp that is really reliant on Tagahel's Ancient Book, right? And knowing this information, I want to leverage that, right? So I have a Bossarunka. I see the FCC Renak come out. I'm already expecting it. I go for a Lua Zeo. Again, it's an adaptation from the first few episodes where I would go Flan Zeo on the 2-3. Because people started countering me with that with Solitary on 3 and that a really low win rate on that, I am now changing and adapting how I'm going to draft here on the 2-3. So I go Lua on Zeo, and then he goes Yuffie for CR cut, and then Hangai for cleanse. And then I'm like, okay, I'm first pick, I can ban last. I just need to pick 2 picks, I can just completely kill him, right? So I basically just pick Taeyu, guaranteed ban on the bridge. I get Fire Flan, I can S1, I can S3, I can Soulburn S3. I have a lot of flexibility and tempo in my team, and he has to still hit Arunka, right? So overall, I just overwhelmed him by killing Renak early and then basically just locking him down. It was GG. And this draft also, I mean, really simple basics, right? Really basic fundamentals. Arunka ban, Harseti ban, probably an aggro player, as I mentioned, but we go FCC to cover the Renak threat. He goes Zeo Litica, so we know he's playing aggressive. He's all in. He's not backing down, right? So I'm not going to race him. I'm not going to do anything. So I'm going to go with Acades, and I go Bellion. Why? Because it's high ER. I know this can't Soulburn. This can't tag me, most likely, with double release imprint. So I take Bellion to deny the Soulburn threat, and then see how he responds, right? He does a really bad pick in Celine, because he can't Soulburn S3 into Bellion, so it's already really bad. I have Prot set, I have Mitigation. It's just not a good pick for him, right? And then he goes for Fire Flan, and I'm like, okay, so I just need to find a really 2 strong picks versus top 4 and ban last, right? Since I'm first pick advantage. Solitaria counters a machine gun. Amiki 1v4s his whole team, ban last. And then that's it, right? And that's really all it is. But If you guys do enjoy this little section at the very end about like the draft breakdowns and analysis, let me know in the comments. I honestly don't really know how to improve the series unless you guys tell me what you want to see. So please leave a comment. It'll help me a lot to make these videos a little bit better or more digestible or more informative. Blah blah blah. Anyway, videos are already very long, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in episode 7. Bye.